What happens when religious leaders become so focused on purity that they completely miss God's heart for inclusion? Chapter 7 of Becoming God's Family reveals how Israel's post-exile leaders made this exact mistake. Zerubbabel, Ezra, and Nehemiah had good intentions, but they took biblical guidelines about excluding certain groups to the 10th generation and made blanket exclusions of all foreigners indefinitely. Meanwhile, prophets like Zechariah and Isaiah were saying many nations would be joined to the Lord, and foreigners would rebuild their walls. They read Scripture selectively, missing God's bigger picture of inclusion. Malachi chapter 3, verses 17 and 18 reveals that only a portion of ethnic Israel would be God's treasured possession, those who faithfully cling to Yahweh and align with His kingdom priorities. This foreshadows Paul's teachings in Romans 9:6. How often do we put off kingdom priorities until we achieve some ideal standard of living or sense of control? Effective ambassadors recognize that as long as we see others as the enemy rather than our potential family members, we have not become the community God desires. Now, this was convicting to me. Am I using good theology to justify exclusion when God's heart is for radical inclusion? Are there people I'm avoiding or excluding based on my interpretation of faithfulness rather than God's heart for redemption? Being God's treasured possession isn't about ethnicity or perfection. It's about faithful alignment with His kingdom priorities. Who might God be calling you to include? Reflect Him well. I'm Steve Sanders. See you Wednesday.